Yeah.
That's why we don't live after 5 years being retired. We're kicking the bucket.
Yeah.
We'll die having sex because our hearts can't deal with it no more.
I mean, if you're going to die, that's not a bad way to go.
Hey, B.
What's up?
We got a few questions in our email.
Nice.
So we're going to start off. I think it's Garrett we're going to start off with.
Okay.
All right.
Garrett, thank you for the question.
Got that loaded up, Steve?
I got it.
Okay.
Garrett writes in, he wants to know, with your guys' 40 years of experience, the highlights of your career as officers, both good and bad.
Man, the highlights.
The highlights of our
that's
career,
individual though,
good
right?
And bad. Yeah, that's absolute. Right? That's individual to each officer.
You know, for me, I was grateful to have a job, especially working for Metro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because 1990, my brother got shot. He's a police officer.
I remember that.
Right?
Yep.
And when I saw that video clip and I decided to become a cop to get one of those people off the street,
yep.
right, just to make a change, that's when I decided to be a cop.
Yeah.
It took me some time to get out here, right, to get on. Got on in 2002, but that was one of my highlights, is being able to serve the public and give back, right?
Yeah.
Instead of always being the person that always give back to the community, make my community better. You know, it's kind of a cliche thing to say, but it really is true to me, because when I saw my brother get shot and what a piece of shit that guy was, just to shoot an officer doing his job.
Brother survived. By the way.
He did. He survived.
He took 2 to the chest with his vest on a car stop in Idaho.
But I will say,
Idaho, right?
God rest his soul, because he's a Cowboy Dallas fan.
Yeah.
Good luck for that.
He's in Idaho, right?
Yeah.
It was in the middle of nowhere in Idaho when he got shot that night. Yeah, it was scary.
So for me, that's a high for me, because I was grateful to serve my community, knowing that I'm helping somebody that night. You know. Did you ever hear that story with Paul Harvey? Boy on the shore throwing seashells back in the ocean, and the guy comes up and goes, "Dude, there's millions of them. What are you doing? You're not going to help anybody." He grabs one, throws it in the ocean. He goes, "I helped that one, didn't I?"
That's true.
So that's
a good way
what
to
I
look
kind
at
of believed in it. You know, right?
Yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah.
Even though we go to the same house, but that was a high for me. A low for me was honestly taking people to jail, right? Even though they deserved it, right?
Yeah.
But taking their rights away like that, right?
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah.
That for me was kind of tough. But the
I
ultimate
hated
low
going to jail. Hated it. Ugh.
The always low for me is losing people, whether it's coworkers or the citizens that we protect.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So that's a really hard question to answer.
Yeah, it is. Everybody looks at police work differently, because we're all human. My highs are, I'd have to say, always when I was helping people. Like when I really made a difference. I've been on hundreds of thousands of calls, like literally. And I think when I did the math, I've been in over 250,000 houses in Las Vegas. Whenever I could save somebody or help somebody, change their life, fix their life, save their marriage, and help their kid who's acting out and wants to be a gangbanger. I mean, anytime I was saving somebody, those were my highs, like you.
But you have to define when you say save somebody. It's verbal.
Yeah, it's
right?
not. Yeah,
advice,
it's not physically.
like that, right?
Yeah, it's all advice. It's 99% of being a cop is your mouth.
Communication.
Yeah, I mean, we might draw our gun 20 times a night here in Vegas. That's normal. Yep. But that doesn't mean you're shooting. You're not discharging your firearm. You pull it out because it's a dangerous situation. Whatever, you go back. But to me, using your words and your brain and your experience. Because I'm married with
common
kids.
Common sense, right?
Yeah, a lot of common sense, and common sense is not that common.
It's not.
Sometimes I walk into people's houses and they're fighting, and I'm just like, you guys are really arguing over this stuff?
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And I'll tell them that. I keep it 100% real with people. And that's the way you have to be.
That's what they want. So
the highs are when you're really helping people, saving people's lives, saving your own life. I mean, that's a high.
Yeah.
The lows for me would be burying your buddies.
Yeah.
I buried 10.
Yeah.
I buried 10 friends.
That's a lot in 20 years.
And it wasn't even 20 years. It was more like 16.
Yeah. That's a lot, though.
I mean, name one other job where you're going to bury 10 of your friends that you work with. They're coworkers every day.
Yeah.
But you buried 10 of them, in 15 years.
Yeah.
So
that's a tough one.
Those are my lows. Yeah,
I agree.
When Officer Ty got shot.
Yeah.
He didn't deserve to go out like that.
Yeah. Route 91.
He didn't deserve it. Route 91, which is a whole nother story.
Yeah, that we'll get into that one next week.
Yeah, we're going to do a story on Route 91. He was there. I was there.
Yeah.
I was one of the guys who was on the 32nd floor. I responded. I was one of the guys who went through the door to go this sick.
Don't even mention his name.
I don't mention his name. I was going to say sick fuck, but
Okay.
go end this guy. I was out in the field with all the victims.
We'll get into that story.
That was probably one of the worst nights of my life.
That's a big low.
That's a big
That's
story.
a big low for the
That's a huge
community,
low,
right?
For all of Las Vegas. It was the biggest mass shooting on American soil.
Yeah.
So that's a big low, and we're going to do a whole episode of what we did that night.
You know what? That brings into a good point. The low of everything that we've seen, everything that we've dealt with, right? That we have to compartmentalize and put it down and bury it. That's a big low, dude.
Yeah,
right?
PTSD and yeah.
And you have to have somebody to talk to.
When you see all this stuff every day, the normal human being's not supposed to see all the stuff that cops see. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
I've seen enough for probably 10,000 people's lifetimes, maybe more. You're not supposed to see that. So when you do see it over and over every day, it takes a toll on you. That's one of the reasons I retired, was for my health.
Not only that, it's the toll it takes on the people it affects, the family members.
The family members,
right?
Absolutely.
That's draining, man.
That is draining.
And then guess what happens? And then right after you clear that call, you go into 407, robbery in progress, so your heart rate's back up.
Yeah.
That's why we don't live after 5 years being
That's
retired.
why.
Dude, we're kicking the bucket.
Yeah.
We'll die having sex because our hearts can't deal with it no more. Jesus.
I mean, if you're gonna die, that's not a bad way to go.
All right.
But you're right. We get an adrenaline dump. Like the normal fight or flight for a human in your lifetime, you might get it 3 to 5 times in your life. We would get that fight or flight 10 times a night for 22 years.
Yeah.
So it really wreaks havoc on your body. That's one of the reasons I retired. I'm in great shape. I'm fit, but my heart.
You have to listen to your body.
My heart wasn't into this job anymore. It's changed so much.
Yeah.
I had to get out. It was time to leave.
Yeah.
But again, with that said, most men don't retire from the job. They retire from the administration.
That's the next question.
Okay. Remember that. They retire from the administration.
That's a good
question. The job is amazing.
Yeah.
And then also, I'd say one low is the way humans can treat each other.
Yeah.
When you see a guy dressed up in a tuxedo and he just kidnapped a 5-year-old girl and skinned her alive and man, what do you say to that? Like, what do you say to that?
You don't say nothing. You bury it.
So when you see humans, how they can treat each other, man, sometimes that's incredibly disappointing.
Yeah. It's a great career, but it's got some highs and lows for sure.
It's got a lot of highs.
And they're all going to be
lows.
individualized, right?
That is correct. Garrett, thanks for your question. That was a great question. We'll get into more of the highs and lows of our careers as the show progresses. We both have been on a ton of stuff, some of it together, that changed our lives immensely. And we will talk about that. We have a couple videos that we're going to talk about that will be coming down the pipe. If you have any comments, leave them below. If you have any questions, ask at LVCopsTV, and we will get back to you just like we got back to Garrett. See, I'm a man of my word.
Yeah.
If we say we'll answer you, we'll answer you. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. Thanks for watching.
And for those who are still serving, have a safe tour duty.
Make a difference in someone's life. Stay classy, Las Vegas.
Always.
Thanks for watching.
And for those who are still serving, I said thanks for watching.
No. I gotta confuse Steve. Point at the next video here or here, wherever it might be. Ask at LVCopsTV.com. We'll hit you back right on the radio, or not the radio, video.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. Thanks for watching.
And those for still serving.
He's an idiot too.
Yeah, no kidding. Have a safe tour duty. Let's do that again.
All right. Too many distractions.
No kidding.
I'm